What is happening, Scoopers? Get ready for a whirlwind of updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. The news cycle is absolutely on fire, and we've got the hottest, most talked about stories landing right here, right now. From the biggest names in entertainment to the freshest developments in the worlds you love, we're diving deep into what everyone will be buzzing about. You think you know what's next? Think again. We've got exclusives, confirmations, and maybe even a few surprises that will keep you on the edge of your seat. So buckle up, because this is Sheeran's Scoop, and you're about to get the inside track on everything that matters. Let's get into it. First up, a major player in the action genre has addressed the burning question. Will he be donning the cape of the Dark Knight? We have the latest on fan-favorite casting rumors and what it means for the future of a beloved franchise. Next, we're delving back into the world of caped crusaders and cinematic universes. Get the inside scoop directly from the source as a prominent actor clarifies his position on a highly anticipated role and his future within a massive shared universe. Is this the end of a fan dream, or just the beginning of something new? Then, we're turning the page to a brand new chapter in the world of comic book titans. A legendary creative team is ushering in a bold new era for one of the most iconic characters in the medium. We've got a special preview that's set to ignite the imaginations of fans everywhere, promising a fresh start and epic challenges. And finally, we circle back to that fan-favorite actor, getting more direct confirmation about his potential involvement in a major superhero universe. What did he really say about his conversations, and what does this mean for the casting of one of the most iconic roles in cinematic history? Stay tuned for all the details, and make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and like this video so you don't miss a single update. Has Alan Ritchson been cast as Batman? The truth revealed. The search for the next Batman in James Gunn's DC universe is one of the most talked about casting puzzles in Hollywood right now. With Gunn and Peter Safran steering the new DCU, fans are eager to see who will embody the iconic caped crusader. One name that has consistently popped up in fan castings is Alan Ritchson, the star of the hit Amazon Prime video series, Reacher. Ritchson himself has expressed his desire for the role, fueling speculation. However, in a recent interview, Ritchson has shed light on the situation, confirming that while discussions have occurred, he doesn't believe Batman is in his future. In an interview with Variety, Ritchson stated that he and James Gunn are mutual fans and that words have been exchanged about Batman. This confirms that Ritchson and DC Studios have indeed been in communication regarding the potential role. However, Ritchson was quick to manage expectations, adding, "But I strongly don't think that Batman is in my future. I do think there is something in my future with DC, and I would like that to remain true." This statement suggests that while a Batman role is unlikely, Ritchson is open to and possibly in talks for other projects within the burgeoning DC universe. This news comes as DC Studios is gearing up for The Brave and the Bold, which will introduce a new Batman and his son, Damian Wayne. While Brandon Sklenar is reportedly being rumored for the Batman role in that project, Ritchson's openness to other DC roles leaves the door ajar for him to potentially portray another character. Fans have speculated about Ritchson taking on roles such as Deathstroke or even Orion from the New Gods. Ritchson's previous experience with DC includes playing Aquaman in Smallville and Hawkman in the Titans series, showcasing his familiarity with the DC landscape. The clarity from Ritchson, while potentially disappointing for fans who envisioned him as Batman, also keeps the excitement alive for his potential involvement in other capacities within the DCU. The question of who will ultimately play Batman in The Brave and the Bold remains open, with Ritchson's candidness providing a significant update in the ongoing casting saga. Fans are buzzing with a mix of disappointment and anticipation. While many were excited about the prospect of Ritchson as Batman, his confirmation of future DC involvement has sparked new speculation about which character he might play. The consensus is that Ritchson's charisma and physical presence make him a strong asset for the DCU, regardless of the specific role. Hold on tight, because we're about to get even more insights from the man himself. Next, we'll dive deeper into Ritchson's specific conversations with James Gunn and what this means for the DCU's casting direction. Alan Ritchson confirms talks with James Gunn, addresses DCU Batman casting. Reacher star Alan Ritchson has recently offered a significant update regarding the highly anticipated casting of Batman within James Gunn's new DC universe. Ritchson, who has been a popular choice among fans for the role of the Caped Crusader, confirmed in a conversation with Variety that he has indeed spoken with DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn about Batman. This exchange addresses persistent rumors and fan speculation that have linked the actor to the iconic superhero. Ritchson expressed his admiration for Gunn, stating, "Well, it's not rumor that James Gunn is a fan. He said it himself. And am I a fan of James Gunn? Absolutely." He elaborated on the nature of their discussions, admitting, "I don't want to mislead people. Words have been exchanged about Batman." This candid admission confirms direct communication between the actor and the studio head concerning the character of Batman. However, Ritchson was careful to temper expectations about his potential involvement as the Dark Knight. He shared his personal outlook, saying, "But I strongly don't think that Batman is in my future." Despite this, Ritchson remains optimistic about collaborating with DC in other capacities, hinting at future possibilities. "I do think there is something in my future with DC, and I would like that to remain true," he added. This suggests that while the Batman role may not be on the table for him, Ritchson is keen to explore other opportunities within the DC extended universe. Ritchson is no stranger to the DC universe, having previously portrayed Hank Hallhawk in the DC series Titans and Aquaman in Smallville. His previous roles demonstrate his familiarity and comfort within the DC properties. The upcoming DCU film, The Brave and the Bold, which will feature a younger Batman and his son Damian Wayne, is currently in development with Andy Muschietti directing. While Brandon Sklenar has been rumored for the Batman role in this particular project, Ritchson's openness to other DC ventures keeps the door open for him to potentially take on a different character within Gunn's grand vision. James Gunn himself has previously acknowledged Ritchson as a big Alan Ritchson fan and has been receptive to fan casting, but has also indicated that casting decisions are still in the early stages, with a screenwriter actively working on the script for The Brave and the Bold. Ritchson's latest comments provide the clearest indication yet of his stance on the Batman casting, leaving fans to wonder what other roles might be in store for him within the expanding DC universe. The fan reaction has been a mix of understanding and continued speculation. Many appreciate Ritchson's honesty and are excited about the prospect of seeing him in another DC role, while others remain hopeful he might still be considered for Batman. But what does this mean for the comic book world itself? We're about to get a sneak peek at a brand new beginning for one of the most iconic characters. Batman 1, a bold new era begins with Fraction and Jiménez. DC Comics is set to launch a new era for its most iconic hero with the highly anticipated release of Batman 1. This landmark issue marks the beginning of a fresh chapter for The Dark Knight, featuring the acclaimed writing talents of Eisner award-winning writer Matt Fraction, known for his celebrated work on Hawkeye and Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. Joining Fraction is superstar artist Jorge Jiménez, whose dynamic art has previously graced titles like Batman and Summer of Superman Special, promising a visually stunning experience for readers. The new series aims to test Batman and Bruce Wayne in unprecedented ways, offering a bold new direction that will captivate longtime fans and newcomers alike. This relaunch signifies a significant moment for the character, as DC Comics looks to redefine the mythology and challenges faced by Gotham's greatest protector. The creative team's pedigree alone has generated immense excitement, with Fraction and Jiménez expected to deliver a narrative that is both innovative and deeply resonant with the core of what makes Batman an enduring icon. The promise of a brand new first issue suggests a definitive starting point, making it accessible for anyone looking to jump into the Batman saga. This initiative is part of DC's broader strategy to invigorate its core titles and present fresh takes on its most beloved characters, ensuring their continued relevance in the modern comic landscape. The collaboration between Fraction, known for his sharp dialogue and character-driven stories, and Jiménez, celebrated for his kinetic and expressive artwork, is poised to create a truly memorable run. Fans can anticipate intricate storytelling, compelling character development, and breathtaking visuals that will push the boundaries of superhero comics. The September 3, 2025, publishing date for Batman 1 sets the stage for a major event in the comic book calendar, with early previews already hinting at the epic scope and ambition of this new series. This relaunch is more than just a new issue. It's a declaration of intent from DC Comics to deliver top-tier creative talent on its flagship titles, ensuring that Batman remains at the forefront of the industry. The anticipation is palpable as the industry eagerly awaits the first look at this new vision for the Dark Knight, ready to be tested like never before. The comic book community is abuzz with anticipation for this new run. Critics and fans alike are praising the choice of creative team, expecting a fresh and compelling take on the character. But the news doesn't stop there, as we return to the casting world for more. We'll get the latest on Alan Ritchson's potential future with the DC Universe. Alan Ritchson, Batman casting clarified, future with DC Studios teased. Alan Ritchson, the star of the immensely popular Reacher series, has addressed the persistent fan speculation linking him to the role of Batman in James Gunn's new DC Universe. In a recent interview with Variety, Ritchson confirmed that while conversations have taken place with DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn, he does not envision himself playing the Caped Crusader. This clarification aims to manage expectations following widespread fan casting. "Well, it's not rumor that James Gunn is a fan," Ritchson told Variety. "He said it himself. And am I a fan of James Gunn? Absolutely. I don't want to mislead people. Words have been exchanged about Batman." This statement acknowledges direct communication regarding the Batman role, confirming that Ritchson and DC Studios have discussed the possibility. However, Ritchson was clear about his personal assessment of the situation, "But I strongly don't think that Batman is in my future." Despite this definitive statement about Batman, Ritchson expressed a strong desire to remain involved with DC projects. "I do think there is something in my future with DC, and I would like that to remain true," he conveyed. This indicates that Ritchson is open to and potentially being considered for other characters within the expanding DCU. Ritchson's prior experience with DC properties includes his roles as Hank Hall/Hawkman in the Titans television series and as Arthur Curry/Aquaman in Smallville, demonstrating a history with the brand. James Gunn has previously stated his admiration for Ritchson, calling him a big Alan Ritchson fan, but has also noted that casting decisions for Batman in The Brave and the Bold are still in the works, with a screenwriter actively developing the script. This interview provides the most direct update from Ritchson himself, clarifying his position while keeping the door open for future collaborations. The search for DC's Batman continues, with reports suggesting Brandon Sklenar as a potential candidate for The Brave and the Bold. Meanwhile, Ritchson is confirmed to return for Reacher Season 4, which will adapt Lee Child's novel, Gone Tomorrow. Ritchson's candidness offers valuable insight into the complex casting process for the new DCU, leaving fans intrigued about what role, if any, he might eventually play. Fans are reacting to Ritchson's statements with a mix of understanding and continued speculation about his potential future DC roles, appreciating his directness while hoping for his continued involvement in the universe. That wraps up our deep dives for today. But before you go, we've got a quick recap of all the major stories. That's a wrap on another packed edition of Sheeran's Scoop. We've got Alan Ritchson clarifying his DCU future, confirming talks but ruling out Batman, while hinting at other projects. Plus, a massive preview of the new Batman one, kicking off a bold new era with top talent. Don't miss a single update. Hit that like button, subscribe to Sheeran's Scoop for all the breaking news, ring that notification bell so you're always in the know, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.